So the child tax credit has started going out, and I've been able to confirm this with people. They've let me know that they've started to receive their checks. And so the 15th of every month, this child tax credit will be going out to families. And this is good news for families. But what about everyone else? What about single workers? What about people on Social Security, SSI, SSDI? So that's what we're going to talk about today, because I posted a video a couple of days ago where I talked a little bit about what I think is going on. I think this is a test run. I think the hope is that this is a test run, the child tax credit. And I'm hoping that once they see that this is successful, they start moving into some of these other groups. So that's what we're going to discuss today. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please hit the like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell notification. That way you'll get notified anytime we put out a video. Okay, so before we get started, every video, I'm going to do the same thing. We're going to talk about this imposter that is impersonating me. Now, I posted a video yesterday and I talked about this. I talked about the fact that we have this imposter and it's not me, and they're posing as they're me, and they're showing my picture and saying all this different stuff. I talked about this for at least 3-4 minutes. But wouldn't you know, on that video in the comment section, the imposter was there. How amazing is that? I'm talking about them, and then they come in and say, follow me here or check out my WhatsApp and all this stuff. So I just want you guys to know at the top there, that's me. There'll be a check mark next to my name. Now, the second entry here, or actually it's really the third entry, but at the bottom there, that is not me. Okay, so make sure if you see a comment like that and they're asking if you want further guidance, call this number, don't do it. I just wanted to put that out there. Every video from now on, I'm going to talk a little bit about it because I just don't want anyone to be fooled. I don't want people to call this number or text this person thinking that this person can help them. Because that is just a person that's trying to spam you with something. They're trying to sell you something. So just be aware of that. All right, now let's get to the topic of today. So I received this comment, and this is Gladys. Thank you for posting the comment, Gladys. Nice, but what about single working people? Now, this is in regards to the child tax credit. So she's saying, what about people who do not have children? Or have children that don't qualify for this child tax credit? What about us? What do we do? Now, that's a very good question, Gladys. Now, I'm hoping that this child tax credit, this is just a trial, and they're trying out the monthly payments. And once they see that it's successful, which I think it will be successful, they start looking at other options. Another option is the earned income tax credit. That will help single workers. Now, they do need to beef up the earned income tax credit a little bit. But if they did that and then they allowed the option, because that's what we're looking at here. We're looking at the option. So this child tax credit, we've had a child tax credit before. Before this, we had a child tax credit. Now, they did beef up this child tax credit a little bit more, but then they allowed the monthly payments. Before, they didn't allow the monthly payments. At the end of the year, when you file your taxes, you could claim this child tax credit and receive a lump sum. But now what they've done is they said, okay, you know what? We can advance that money to you, just like the stimulus checks. So all the people out there that were against stimulus checks, saying it's free money and all this, all it was a tax credit. That's it. It was a tax credit that was advanced to you early. That's it. And I don't know anyone out there who's against tax credits or tax cuts. I don't know anyone out there that's against that, because that's one of the things that everyone complains about, paying taxes, right? We want tax credits. We want tax cuts. That's what a stimulus check was. And when we're looking at this child tax credit, they're doing the same thing. They're advancing it to you early, and they're giving you monthly payments. So with the earned income tax credit, maybe they'll look into that, allowing monthly payments. And when it comes to Social Security, SSI, SSDI, maybe they'll look into raising Social Security benefits, raising that amount to $200, which they've talked about in the past. And so that's what we're looking at right now. And the hope is that we start seeing these monthly payments fall into some of these other groups, because it's needed. And there are a lot of happy families right now that are receiving these monthly payments, and they're going to be receiving it for the next 6 months. And you had Democratic senators already talking about the American Families Plan and saying that there's an extension. So we know that we'll have the child tax credit for 6 months, the monthly payments, and then at the end of the 6 months, when you file your taxes for 2021, you can claim the rest. But what they're looking at right now in the American Families Plan, and this deal has already been made with the White House and Senate Democrats, they have an extension. Now, we don't know if that extension extends it to 2025, but we do know that there's some funding for an extension. And this means if this bill can go through budget reconciliation, they can get it passed, that the child tax credit will be extended. And people are going to receive these monthly payments for maybe years down the road. But we have to follow this. We have to watch it. And there's a very, very strong argument for having an earned income tax credit that allows monthly payments and increasing Social Security. Because all the people who do not meet this category, the family category with children, you should be talking to your politicians, letting them know how you want something as well. You deserve something as well. You're single, you're working, you don't have a family. Why can't you get some type of a monthly payment? And it could happen. The tax credit could be advanced to you early. That's all that it is. That's all that people are asking for. And when it comes to Social Security, you've been promised. You were promised that $200 raise. What happened to it? This is that discussion that needs to happen again. So we're going to follow this. So make sure you subscribe, hit that little bell notification, because I'm always looking for politicians to start talking about these things, because they've talked about them in the past. And anytime they bring up any information about that, I will make sure that you know about it. Because what we need is politicians to start talking about these different things, like the raise for Social Security, or looking at the earned income tax credit and making it monthly payments. We need to hear politicians talking like that. And that's when you contact your congressperson, you say, Senator Elizabeth Warren, she is for this $200 raise for Social Security. How do you feel about it? Or we have this earned income tax credit, and this politician is for monthly payments for an earned income tax credit for single workers. How do you feel about it? And you put them on the spot like that, and you see what their response is. So I want to know what you guys think about this. So let me know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.